Superstars. Today I want to talk to you about selling yourself on you and the importance of selling you on you. Okay? I'm going to go back many years ago when I got into the business. You know, I left the family business to get into the real estate business. And when I got into the business, I sold me that I was going to be the best. There was no doubt that that was going to happen. Okay, I was convinced 100%, no question whatsoever, that I was going to come into the market, into the real estate market, and be the very best. My first year, I sold about 35 homes. Then the next year, I sold about 60 homes. The following year, I sold 93 closed transactions. Okay, following year, we hit 130 closed transactions. And let me share with you, it was a lot of work that was involved in doing that type of business, okay? It was a lot of breakdowns. There was a lot of breakthroughs involved, but I never stopped selling myself on what I could accomplish, okay? I never stopped selling myself at all. In 2004, I had a vision. In 2004, I had a vision of closing 500 transactions. And I spent a lot of time in early 2004 putting together what the office would look like, okay? That vision of the floor plan, the sales floor, the amount of administrators that we're going to have in there, okay? And I put this plan together, working with some coaches on what that would look like, looking at teams that were doing it across the country. 6 months later, we built out that office, okay? We built that office out through planning, through tracking business, location, and we did that right next door in the building that we have right next to us, okay? I had to sell myself that we would close 500 plus transactions, okay, as a team. This wasn't a big company. It was a simple team, me as a listing agent, 2 or 3 buyer agents. I had to sell my wife on it, on the vision, the plans, and how those 500 transactions were going to happen, okay? I had to sell my 2 or 3 buyer agents on what we were doing. I had to sell them on the vision and what that was going to look like. I had to sell my family on it. What were the plans, how we were going to get there, the money that was involved. I had to keep reselling myself on that vision of 500 closed transactions. And we kept growing. And the closings kept happening even more and more. And the following year, we got to 200 plus transactions, okay? And we kept growing and growing and doing a lot of business. And then 2007 came around. And it was a huge meltdown. Mortgage companies were closing, big mortgage companies. Real estate companies were going bankrupt. We're just focused on the plan, on the vision. And then fourth quarter 2007 came around, and the whole market just came to a shutdown, okay? October, November, December of 2007. We went from closing 4,500 transactions down to 500 transactions a month, okay? For the entire city. Now, 500 closings a year for the Martinez team wasn't looking too good at that time. Right? It's tough. So I took a step back and said, you know, I got to look at the reality of the moment right now and the market conditions that we have. And I said, if the market is only going to give 500 to 800 transactions per month, then how do I capture 10 to 20 closings of that 5 to 800? That was a mindset. I had to sell myself on that. How do I capture that percentage? How do I capture 20 deals a month of those 500 that are happening in the market, right? When there was turmoil going on. See, I had to sell myself, okay, that I can do it, no matter what the market conditions were, regardless of market conditions. I was going to adapt. I wasn't going to buy into the press. I wasn't going to buy into the media. I wasn't going to buy into the real estate community, the community of agents. I just wasn't going to buy into it. See, I kept selling myself that we were going to do 500 transactions. Even in the worst of times, I kept selling myself. And we adapted, and we made changes, and we kept pressing, okay, and kept pushing. And we hit 300 transactions, okay, through the toughest times, you know, of the market here in the Las Vegas market, in the industry, period, all over the nation. And we kept pushing. We hit 300 transactions. And then we closed 400 transactions. And we kept pushing and pressing and selling ourselves on what we could do and what we could accomplish. And then we hit 500, okay? And in 2011, we closed 584 transactions. See, the vision in 2004 became a reality in 2011. For 7 years, I had to keep selling myself on what I can achieve. It never stopped, right? The selling process never stopped. And let me tell you, it wasn't easy at all. It was simple, but it wasn't easy. Doing the 500 plus transactions. Getting there, the process. It was simple, but it wasn't easy. Okay? Hard work, yes. There's a lot of hard work involved. Dedication, you bet you. Absolutely, was a lot of dedication. Persistent, no doubt. I had to be persistent on the vision, the goals, the plans, and what we're doing. When people told me I couldn't do it, I kept selling myself even more. It didn't stop. Inside my own team, okay, I had management that would say 500 is impossible. Stop selling me on it. Okay? Here's to you. Because nobody is going to sell me on what I believe in, what I'm going to do. All right? Never let anyone hold you back from what you want to become and what you want to achieve. Okay? Sell yourself every day on your dreams, your goals, and everything that you want to accomplish. You got to keep selling yourself on that. You got to keep pushing yourself. Keep pressing. Believing in what you're doing. Sell your family on what you're doing. So important that they get buy-in to your dreams and your goals. Sell your spouse on your dreams, or your better half on what you're doing. Okay? You can't stop. You got to keep selling yourself on what you're doing. No matter if you're not hitting your numbers, no matter if you're not closing what you want, you know what your goals are. You know what you want to achieve, and you got to keep selling yourself on making that happen. Okay? Sell your broker. Not only sell your family and sell yourself, sell your broker on your vision so that he can back you up 100%. Listen, I believe that you guys can do this. I do. Your broker believes that you can achieve the goals that you have set for yourself, right? Your company supports you 1,000%. So go do this, make it happen, keep selling yourself on what you want to achieve in your goals, okay? It's all you 100%, and don't ever let anyone get in the way of what you want to accomplish. So let's make it a powerful week. Thank you.
Yeah.